fangirl is hard work with many rewards. It drains you with a love similar to a romantic relationships, the difference being that reciprocation is never an issue. You love this band / actor / personality, and you do so boundlessly. You never have to conceal your passion for the other person's sake because they are simply unaware of it. It wasn't until I was 13 that music meant anything to me. When I started really getting into Taylor Swift, I loved her with my heart and soul. I can't even remember how many dreams I had about being her friend or quotes from her and her songs I wrote down in my notebooks, honoring her. And I look back and laugh, but I can't help but feel comfort in that I still look up to the same artist now, who I fell in love with from when I was so young. My other obsession was with older music. I loved listening to Fleetwood Mac and Joni Mitchell, the Beatles, Bob Dylan, and a lot of Simon and Garfunkel. I found comfort in them mostly because it was what I'd grown up with, and it felt really cool to discover the music my parents liked on my own terms. And that shared love helped me understand my mom and dad better. At 17, I graduated high school. Friends moved away, I lost many friendships, and my anxiety about my future started to creep up on me more than ever. I was looking for something to throw myself into, and Lorde gave me what I needed. Listening to her music gave me back my vitality. Lorde lacked the fear I'd become accustomed to. She wasn't afraid of the world, danced with volatility that threatened to snap her in two. Bared her whole soul. I lived vicariously through her. I watched videos of her, taking in her feral dancing with a feeling close to hunger. Here was something I could gain strength from. Dressing like her, listening to her, listening to what she listened to, I did whatever I could to gain Lorde's power. She seemed untouchable. As a girl breakable by insecurity and loneliness, I wanted that strength to be bulletproof. I didn't want any more sad songs or sympathy or comfort. I wanted to sharpen my teeth on something, to get on with it. I found my own voice by watching her, admiring the way she made her weirdness the main attraction. Lorde reported life as she lived it. I was struck how much of myself existed in her songs. I loved Lorde so much for what she did for me that I couldn't help but love myself since there was so much of my life in her work. I think when we adore art, it's because it often reflects what we like about ourselves. Seeing her walk on stage in a small venue on a bitter winter night in Detroit was a catharsis. It felt like a religious experience, like I'd made a pilgrimage to see the angel that cured my heart. I cried and held my arms to my chest because my heart felt too full once again. One Direction makes me giddy. When I think about this band, all notions of rationality, credibility, and legitimacy goes out the window and gets replaced with nothing but feeling. Because there is no greater drug than being under the grip of a boy band. Fangirling is a method of self-love and a method of friendship. Like my friend Yasmin and I, we're friends because we understand the heartaches and heartthrobs of looking at pictures of Harry and our shared love that we have so unconditionally with him. It's a special connection, and not a day goes by where we don't update each other. And my friend Hannah and I, we've been friends for years, and some of our best memories are the concerts we've been to together, dancing and singing to the songs that have made us cry while driving on the open road. Online, I've met so many girls who are just like me with Lorde, and with Taylor, and with One Direction, and there are thousands of bands I have yet to discover as well. And I feel so lucky to be part of a generation where concerts trend on Twitter each night, and not only are 50,000 people in stadiums watching them live, but thousands online every night at home watching as well. And I think that's beautiful. I find it amazing how happy it lets us be, goofy and loud and obnoxiously loving, and I realize that I never would have found these friends. I would not have found myself, and my heart wouldn't be as open if I didn't have this music.